Hello everybody, this is Matt with the Hardcover Comic, and it's been a little while since I've done a video. To be honest, some real life things came up and kind of had to consolidate my collection some, and so I probably won't be really getting many hauls in for at least the next month or two. But kind of want to do an overview anyway of some older books that I think are really amazing and more people should honestly be reading. And that is the Transformers IDW Collection. Wow. So I got really lucky and I got a great deal on volumes 1 through 6 on eBay. I got a fantastic deal on these, especially considering the fact that volumes 2 and 5 are out of print. So those volumes 2 and 5 are going for more money than what you can get the other ones for. Normally they average about $30 a book on IST or Amazon. Volumes 2 and 5 have been reaching the $60-$70 range per book. Cover price on these is $49.99 in the US. And this is phase 1. There's also a phase 2 that is being released right now. So in phase 1, there is a total of 8 volumes. I have 1 through 6. I still need to get volume 7 and 8. And then phase 2, volume 7 will actually be dropping in April of this year. And I'm not sure how much farther they're going to go after that. I know there's a grand total well over 300 issues and ongoing between all the spotlights and the spin-offs and everything else. There's well over 300 issues in this Transformers universe, which is absolutely mind-boggling and amazing. But anyway, so here we have it. All the books are pretty uniform. As you can see, the spines, everything is very uniform looking. So what I like about these is that they have a nice sketch of the different Decepticons and Autobots on each of the covers. This one obviously is Megatron. I'm probably not going to remember all of these, to be honest with you, but Optimus Prime. I honestly don't know. Jesus, I'm so bad. I haven't read all of these either, but it's an Autobot of some sort, not sure who. I think this is Starscream. And then again, I don't know. I'm horrible. But anyway, all the books are pretty uniform looking, the backs of them. You kind of have their weapon of choice, so to speak, on the back of each book. Let me just kind of go through and show you guys that here real quick. So yeah, and you just have their weapon choice. So like I said, the thing I love about these is that all the books are very uniform looking. Unlike Marvel and DC, where they tend to mix up spines even if it's in the same collection. The one thing that I did want to touch base on with these books, and it's something I've noticed with IDW books in general, and I've owned a few, whether it be TMNT, Transformers, etc. I don't know if it's necessarily the way that people are handling their books, or if it's just the way IDW makes them. They're not potentially, the greatest. But this happens a lot with IDW books where, let me find it on here. Oh, there it is on the back. Where you'll kind of get some splitting on the spine and whatnot. And if you look on eBay too, when you're looking for these books, you will see this happening to a lot. I only have this currently on my volume 1. Like I said, I don't know if it's the way people treat the books or if it's just a flaw in the making. But all of the books also come with a neat little ribbon here for bookmarking, which I absolutely adore. A lot of these stories are going to be written by Simon Furman, who's been writing Transformers comics since the 80s in the UK. He's been on our podcast too. Amazing guy. But here, this one, they have all the table of contents pages, which is great, considering none of these, well, later on they become the ongoing series. But in the first, 5 or 6 volumes of these, it's a lot of minis and spotlights, which basically are just one-shots introducing all the characters. So here's this. I will say the Cliffjumper Spotlight was probably my favorite in this book. I've currently read volumes 1 and 2. I'm actually working on 3 right now. Megatron Origins was really, really solid. And I've said this before, and I'll say it a million times over too. There's several artists, obviously, that work on Transformers. Alex Milne being my personal favorite, but these guys are so freaking talented that the amount of detail that they put into each of these. And I was trying to get Mike to read these, and he's actually been reading it a little bit here and there digitally, and he's just kind of like, man, he goes, it's good. He goes, I enjoy it, but I just feel like I'm missing out on so much not having a physical copy and being able to see the art. And then we got to talking if IDW would ever make these in a large, oversized format. Probably not. This is just your regular standard OHC. But still, you know, it'd be sweet if they did an absolute size, but that probably won't ever happen. But yeah, look at that art. It's just so freaking, this art is so amazing. I mean, you look at comics today and the amount of art, here you go, the Dinobots, that these guys are putting in to their books is just absolutely insane. Absolutely, it's just mind-boggling to me. Anyway, so not only is the art amazing on almost, I think there's one issue out of the 2 volumes I've read where it's kind of like, it was the Spotlight Cup issue. Yeah, that one I was kind of like, the art was a little not up to snuff in my opinion as far as the other guys. Now, I can't draw worth a lick, so it's way better than anything I could ever personally do, so I don't like to bash people, but compared to a lot of the other art, I wasn't feeling it as much. So yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. I believe, don't quote me on this quite yet. Let's see if I can find out. I believe these are sewn bindings. Let's see if I can get down in there and tell. Yes, these look to be the sewn bindings. Sorry about the view there. And if anybody knows and they're like, oh, you're an idiot, just correct me, please. But they do look to be sewn. Volume 2, now they lay very nicely, I will say that. So Volume 1 had been read when I got it. Volume 2, I don't think had ever been read due to the way that the ribbon was placed inside the book. And it's not, you know, laying quite flat yet, but once you kind of break it in and get it going a little bit, approximately halfway, which, I mean, these books are 300-400 pages. I mean, they're not very thick. They start to lay a little bit nicer. But I wanted to show you guys something particular in this book that I noticed. I just got done finishing Volume 2 the other day before I had to start my Man-Thing challenge from Alex from 4 Guys in a Comic, which I won, by the way. Oh, there's the ArtNet Cup issue that I was talking about. It's just not as... Well, you guys can see for yourselves and decide. But as I finished this, I was flipping through, and I saw this, and I said, oh my god, that is such an amazingly gorgeous piece of Transformers art. I was like, I absolutely love this. And I went and actually made this photo my phone background now. But not only that, it's by the wonderful, awesome, amazing Gabriel Rodriguez, who a lot of you guys probably know from doing Lock and Key. Among several other things, but so I fell in love with his art on Lock and Key, and then when I noticed this was by him, I actually tweeted him this, and I said, man, this is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't know you had worked on, you know, cover work or whatever for Transformers, and he actually replied back. Really nice guy. He's just like, memories. But yeah, Gabriel Rodriguez, freaking awesome. So anyways, I have not read the rest of these yet. I'm still needing to get to, and as you can see, with the way that the bookmark is still, the book ribbon is still tucked in here, it's like that on, I guess there's a few of them that aren't like that, but it makes me think that these ones have never been read because that's how they come standard when you buy them in store. Yeah, I don't think this one's ever been read. But again, the art in these books is amazing. The story is awesome. Even if you are someone who's a little bit younger and you didn't grow up watching the Transformers per se, the G1 Transformers, I strongly recommend. Is that an Iron Man? I still strongly recommend. Oh, it is Iron Man because there's Ms. Marvel and Falcon. Yeah. What the fuck? This is an IDW book. Okay, anyway, Wolverine. So apparently there's a team up in Volume 3. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so even if you didn't grow up a huge fan of Transformers or know much about Transformers, they are still a wonderful read. There's a fantastic, amazing jumping on point, starting with Volume 1 on these books, and then just, follow the suggested reading there. I've also tweeted out all of the reading from the beginning through February of 2017 on our Twitter timeline. So if you go to @thehardcovercomic and look under our tweets, you will see screenshots of the reading order as well. If you have singles, you're reading it digitally, and you're kind of wanting to know what is the proper order to read these, I have the reading order posted there as well. But yeah, amazing, amazing stuff. And these books, unlike the movies, focus actually on the Transformers and not so much the humans. The humans are more of a side story which is how it should be, whereas the movies focus more on Shia LaBeouf and Mark Wahlberg. But that being said, amazing art. I strongly recommend checking these out. Please do. If you guys have read these, let me know what you think. Because like I said, I've only read the first 2 volumes. I'm getting into Volume 3 now. And I'm excited to get the rest. Like I said, there's a total of 15 volumes out right now. And I have 6. So I have quite a ways to go. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who's your favorite Transformer? I'll tell you right now, for mine, from a Transformer Autobot world, I'm going to have to go with Cliffjumper as one of my number ones. But then for my Decepticon, I gotta go with my boy Starscream. So, but there you guys have it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Follow us at The Hardcover Comic. And if you will be at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City this upcoming week, February 16th through the 18th, Mike and I will also be there. We're going to be doing some interviews and things. So if you see us walking around, we'll probably be wearing some Four Guys stuff. Hit us up. We want to be doing interviews with you guys and getting you guys on our channel. So until then, power is yours.